place to hunt today. It's a farmhouse that I just got permission for. I've been out here for a couple hours before. I have one dig I'm going to show you from that experience, and it's just because I was using the 6-inch coil and I got some pretty good depth on something that's silver. So the rest of it we're just going to leave out, and we're going to make a video for the hunt today. I'm going to use the Equinox 800, and I'm also going to maybe break out the MX Sport and do some hunting out front, because the EMI out there is just ferocious. It's major power lines, like transmission line size. So it's really affecting the multi-frequency of the Equinox 800. So let's take a look at some maps and get hunting. So here's the 1876 Atlas. The orange square is the one that we're hunting, but you can see that there's no black square like that one or that one in the middle of it. So in 1876, this house did not exist. The blue square here does show some stuff going on in here. I think it's a tree on the right and a house on the left. That's for an orchard, but it was there. But you can see that that one's gone in 1908. But in 1908, the house that we are hunting today is there. So somewhere between 1876 and 1908, the house that we are going to be metal detecting today was built. Let's get to some settings and get hunting. So let's get in here and pick out a program. I'm going to go with field 1. And as you can see, I'm getting some EMI issues right now. I'm somewhat close to the front yard, which we are kind of high. We're coming down. It's a little bit quieter there. So let's go ahead and do our noise cancel. Now let's find a place to ground balance. Somebody requested to show this again. Now with ground balance, you find a place that's on the ground that doesn't have any targets. I'm pinpointing right now. There's not one right there. So go into settings, ground balance, which is this. I forced my ground balance to 0 just for explanation right now. So now we go back into ground balance, which is right here. And I'm just gonna go back over to my spot that's clean. I'm gonna hit the check mark and X button right there, the accept, reject, and I'm gonna pump it. Watch the numbers. See them changing? You can also hear this as well. Right now you can't because it's a real low tone, but sometimes when the mineralization is higher, you can actually hear it when it's way out of balance. So it came in at a 8. That's ground balance, and you just hit your pinpoint is what I usually do to get out of it and start hunting. Let's see what we have here. We're actually in the side yard. You see it's pretty high and pretty deep. Modulated. Right about there. All right, let's check the hull. Wow. It's almost acting like a range guide or some kind of big brass circle. So let's get down here together and see if we can pull one really nice find out today. I did find one little wheat scent out front as soon as I put the 6-inch coil on. And it was amongst like other trash targets that I was digging, so I wasn't. Oh, I see a piece of something there. It appears to be silver. Wow, that thing sang off so loud. It's just a Roosevelt dime. 1960. That thing was singing off like a silver dollar, which I can handle that. That's fine. So we are into a good find there. That's great. I'm gonna check this hole because that was awful loud. Listen again. You can see this thing was set perfect just a minute ago, and then the fluctuation in the power line usage changed it all for me. So now I'm all the way down to a 14 to keep it quiet. It's crazy out here, the fluctuation. This one right there, and it is I'm gonna say it's silver or a big brass ring. Let's go find out. Could be anything down in here. Actually, I think I see it. It's just a brass ring of some sort. I'm not sure on that one. I don't think it's decorative or anything. Looks kind of like a gasket of some sort. But that's what we have. Nice solid one right there. Pinpoint's about the right size for a wheat scent. Let's try that one. Still in a little bit of dirt there. Looks like a penny, maybe a cent, maybe even a dime. It's a modern clad dime. I won't be able to get a date off of it because it's corroded, but man, it looks pretty small or something weird about it. Definitely red. Right about there. Right underneath that thing. Let's see if we can get rid of it. Nope. Never can get right on them things. Somebody needs to make a digger like this that has a V in the center so you can stick it on the root and work it through. Makes more sense than having all these pointed things with saws on the sides. See if we can get back on it. We moved it somewhere in here. There's what it is. Oh, it's an organ reed. All right, we didn't think I'd find an organ reed out here, but here it is. Let's see what note that is. I think it's an A. It's pretty small. Well, I was right about the A. It's an A flat, but man, I snapped it in half when I was trying to clean it. I do that quite often. A little too rough on my finds, but it's an organ reed and an A flat. So that's a pretty old little find there. So I did find this the other day. There's a target here. Getting some pretty high ones in there. Pinpoint's nice and deep by modulation. Right about there. So now that we have the plug out, let's listen to it again. Wow, that's a good one. That's a real good one. Let's go down there. Whatever it is right there, and it's centralized, so it doesn't seem like a great big target. I think we're right about to pop whatever this is out of there. I see it. You think that's a ring of some sort? Or is it a large cent? It's just a brass ring, I believe. Yeah, old tack. So we're getting into some older stuff over here. So I know it might not seem like a lot, but that's really old. And this dirt's a lot older over here than what's up closer to the house. Now everybody asked me about how I conduct my plugs. You can see that plug right there, and that's where that silver dime came out of. I dug that right there. And it's been 90 or plus degrees days since. But the ground was moist, and I zipper sealed the edge of this with my heel of my boot, just like closing a Ziploc bag so it keeps the moisture in the ground. And that's how the grass survives. Because even if you dig a three-sided plug and flip it over, you're just ripping the roots on the fourth side where the rest of the three were cut. It really makes no difference. The part is how much humidity is in the ground, and if you close this or not to perfection so that this doesn't dry out and die. This is kind of jumpy. Decent numbers every once in a while. Pinpoints like it's not trash, but let's take a look at it. Since it's in the middle of the hole and it didn't pinpoint off to the edge, I think it's probably just a coin, maybe on edge or something. Or in a bad spot or next to a piece of iron. Huh, I must have, it's right in here. It's in this, whatever we have. I don't know what that is, but let me clean it up and I'll let you know what I don't know, maybe think it is. Now, I don't think we're on a Civil War campsite, but that sure looks like a snapped off J-hook for a camping pack. So other than that, it's just like a rivet head. But man, it looks just like a J-hook, at least a piece of one. All right, let's keep moving. It's a really loud 24. Pinpoint's also loud, so it's not all that deep, even though it's showing 3 bars. Or it's something that's bigger. We have a wheat cent. At least I think it's a wheat cent. Sure looked like one. Clean off the backside. Yeah, you see it right there. 1 cent. Looks pretty good. Let's see if we can get a date. These coins have, out of this yard, have really seemed like they take a beating. Well, here's our coin. It's a 1957 D mint mark. So it's pretty cool. All right, let's keep going. And before we got out of here, I just started swinging around, and I'm getting that in the plug. Now that's pretty high for a wheat cent. So let's go back down. Oh, I see it. It's right there.
Do you think it's a Rosie? Maybe a Mercury? This is a pretty old house. Could be about anything. Oh, it's a Merc. All right, I'm not gonna rub on that, but that's what it looks like right now. And I can't tell if that's the front or the back. So, let me clean it. And this is what we have. It is a, what is that, 1944 Mercury. Looks like it's lost a little bit of its patina there. Has something on it. And the back of it there. It looks like it's been handled quite a bit. So I'll probably buff this one off and make it nice and shiny again. But there is a Mercury dime. Always, always a welcome find. Let's check our plug again, because I think I see something right there. Do you all see it? As I'm messing with my Mercury dime, I can see that. I'm pretty sure that's coin. Pinpointer thinks it is. Sure looks like one. Let's see what it is. Probably another weedy. So we had 3 coins in this one hole. So at least it's not keys this time. So we had a 57 wheat cent, a 41 or something Mercury dime, and then look at this, it's a Lincoln cent, but it's a 1959 D mint mark. So if it's got a 50 cent on it, I'm happy with that. But look at there, there's another one. It's right there, you can probably see it. And I'm just gonna check again. There's something else too. There's another one. All right, we're getting quite a few here. I don't hear anything down in the hole, but here's 2 more coins. And let's see if we can get some more wheats. Because this was right on the verge when they were carrying wheats and Lincoln Memorial cents. See, this one's a wheat. So we have 1 cent there. And from what I can tell, it's a 1946 wheat cent. So that's a little older one. I'm gonna put this in my bucket and refine the one I just dropped here. Wouldn't be too far. Here it is. So here's another one right there. Come on, be a wheat cent. It's got a green tint to it. Oh, it's an old one. Let me clean it up. Yeah, this one's got a lot. This one's a 1937. So a 1937 wheat cent. So that's quite a few in one hole. That's a pretty nice little dig right there. Kind of liking this spot quite a bit. So let's keep looking. It's a pretty good target here, but watch. I'm going to pinpoint first. Something right there. Something right there. So right there. Right there. My kind of target. Not my kind of target. So let's go for that one. Let's check it again. Here's what we have. It was down in there and it was kind of grown into a root. We have an old buckle there. Small buckle. I wouldn't say it's horse tack. I'm not sure what that would have went to. It's still got a little bit of gilt or plating or something on it. So it's a pretty cool little find. Let's keep on going. I'm a good ways away from this house, all the way across the driveway in the side yard. I have a really good one right there. It's real fast on the beep though. It doesn't continue on, but man, I'm right over top of it right there. Doesn't get much better than that. Let's dig that one up. Huh, I already see it. Let's come up here. Now you all probably see it already, it's just laying there. But it's a buckle of some sort. It's a little bit more decorative and doesn't look as old as the ones I normally find, but it's not a horse tack thing. It's a regular around your waist type belt. So still, cool find. We'll check this and then keep moving if there's nothing else. So we're back right out in front of the house and you can see those power lines are just intense. So we're gonna get out the White's MX Sport, which is a champ in high EMI situations. Coin and jewelry, negative 95 to 10 is canceled out, 94 and 95 canceled out or discriminating. Audio modulation's on, reject volume 0, tone 20, And that's it. I'm just gonna get ground bounced and get going. MX Sport's first dig in a very long time for me. Pretty good sign. Pinpoint's nice and small. That detect 7-inch coil really does awesome on this machine. Might even have some silver here. Getting pretty high. And it pinpoints right in there, and it's nice and small. Yeah, it's dead center. Hopefully that's not it. Nope. Whatever this may be. That's probably it. Crusty thing. That's it. Just a big old piece of something. I don't know what that is. All right, keep looking. Well, I know I didn't do a lot of digs with the MX Sport, but I did wait till the end of the day. We'll give it another chance on a coin on a 73. Pinpoint's about right. Right about there, 3 inches deep. This is what we have. So this is just a stainless steel looking chrome plated pipe. Let's head on out of here.
So that's the end of our hunt. I know we didn't hunt with the MX Sport very long, but there's a lot of trash in the front yard, and I just kind of gave up. I've been here since 2 o'clock, and it's going on 6 o'clock, so I'm about time to head home. Now, the MX Sport and the V3i, I think I've made a decision to sell them both and just kind of move on. The Equinox is doing it for me. It's finding everything I want to find, and I may step into another machine this fall. Minelab's coming out with the Vanquish, and the Vanquish is a single frequency machine, but it'll be one to try out and maybe include on the channel. But thank you very much for joining me for this hunt. Had a pretty good time out here, and until next time, take care.